Hi, my name is Tania Hernández and today I am going to talk about persuasion. First of all, I would like to share a quote by Michael Rohn. Influence is the compass, persuasion is the map. Now, after watching the video, I would like to define what persuasion is. Persuasion is the process of trying to change other people's beliefs or actions. A clear example of this will be Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, or Hitler, who used the words to change other people's minds and to convince them to do what they want them to do. Regarding what the presenter said, I am going to highlight that she mentioned that there are three types of persuasion. The positive persuasion is given when the person who is trying to convince the other shows what are going to be the benefits of doing that specific thing for that person. I mean, the person being persuaded are going to gain something from that. A good example will be me trying to convince my brother to quit smoking by telling him that this is going to affect him in a very bad way in the future. The negative persuasion, on the other hand, is completely the opposite of the one mentioned before. I mean, in this type of persuasion, the only person who is going to be benefited is the one persuading. An example of this will be you working in a store and trying to sell something to a client that can pay for that product because she or he doesn't have money enough. The last type of persuasion is the unimportant one. And an example of this will be a guy trying to persuade his girlfriend to watch a movie that she is not interested in. Now I am going to talk about the techniques you have to take into account before trying to persuade someone. One of them is using facts. For example, if I want to study outside of the country and I want my parents to give me the money to do it, I can use statistics and show them the advantages and also how people who have studied outside are more competitive on the labor market and had success. Another technique is called appeal to reason and basically means using logic. Continue with the example given before. If I use logic, I will tell my parents that I can work while I am studying outside, given that class schedule are more flexible there. So I could pay some of my bills and I will be saving them some money. And also I will be gaining work experience. Appeal to emotion is another technique that can be used and basically means trying to convince the others through the feelings. In the case of my example, if I use this technique, I will tell my parents that letting me go to study outside will be difficult given that we have never been separated, but it will be worth it because that way I can prepare better and they will be more proud of me and also I will be fulfilling my dreams. The last technique is appeal to desires and need. In my example, I will tell my parents that giving me the money to study outside can be seen as an investment because I will acquire a lot of skills that can help me to find a very good job in the future, and that way I can help him to pay the house expenses. Now I am going to explain why the presenter was talking about ethic when persuading someone. This is really important because you have to be careful with the words you use. For example, if you are trying to sell a product with a very bad quality to someone, you will be very unethical with that person because the only one who will be benefit with the pursuit is you receiving the money. Finally, for the task the woman assigned, I will persuade everybody on the plane to give me the parachute by telling them that I'm a young woman culminating the college and that I have a lot of dreams to fulfill, like having my own company. Also, I will tell them that I promised my parents that I will give them the chance to travel around the world and also that I will buy them a big house in front of the beach. Besides, I will tell them that I have plans to create a foundation for dogs that are homeless and that I would like to die old and with all my life goals achieved. And that will be everything. Thanks for listening to me.